welcome to Singletrack World's kitchen, where Benji and I are not eating cake and coffee, which is a major oversight. You published a review this week of a jacket, a waterproof jacket, and outrage broke out over the fact that it had a hood. And others were like, well, of course it's got a hood. And others were like, well, I don't want a hood. So we thought we would talk about hoods, because, you know, never mind all that electronic fancy tech that there is on mountain bike. Hoods, this is the fundamentals of mountain biking.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I can see the theory behind not having a hood, because you've got a helmet on. And usually hoods don't. They do these days, actually. It's just a lot of old thinking that clings on. Like various people of an age, I suspect. People, I mean, if it's a waterproof jacket, so not like a showerproof, not a stowaway thing, it's a waterproof, bad weather, not even big riding, just a bad weather garment. Why don't you want a hood on bad weather garment? Who are these people living in the UK, full stop, or particularly where we are, or Scotland or Wales, who have never thanked their chosen one for a hood?
That was rephrased from how you put it earlier.
Well, yeah. But like, who are these people? Just like, how many, not even like it's every couple of years, like every month of at least. These are, if you're only riding once a week and things like that, then maybe. But if you're riding a fair amount in all weathers,
you thank your lucky stars for a hood. Yeah. So I concur. We haven't got a balanced opinion yet. I concur with Benji. But let's just play devil's advocate. People complain that it flaps about.
Yeah.
And that it's a windbreak. Well, sorry, but no hood is going to slow you down. You are not that fast. Yeah. You're wearing a waterproof jacket in the first place, not a skin suit. Like, just get a grip.
You're also probably wearing a hood or having memories of hoods that weren't well designed or suitable. If it's a waterproof jacket, it's probably got a certain amount of weight to the material, then it doesn't flap about. It just stays there.
Yeah, now I'm all for like nice little stowage features, like being able to roll it up and like clip it in with a bit of Velcro or a little loop of fabric or something. Yeah, great. That's like stowage is useful.
Yeah.
But yeah, the idea that it's a windbreak, I'm sorry, can I swear? I mean, please.
Yeah. The other thing that I don't know these people, but like if you're complaining that it just acts as a windbreak or blows around, what I'd like to see the rest of the things they're wearing, because unless they're like spray on like aero fairing people, what are you on about? Yeah, I think it's just become another tribal. Close-minded,
and we are in a
kind of thing. Open-minded.
You must have a hood camp.
I wouldn't have a hood on a showerproof running kind of jacket, because that's deeply pointless. So you will just flap around.
So running. That's kind of interesting you mention that, because I come from fell running, where it's actually mandatory kit. Fell running, for those who don't speak this language, it's where you run up hills on the moors, in all the places that you probably go mountain biking. And they call it fells up north, so you go running around there, and it's mandatory kit for a race that you have a waterproof taped seam jacket with integrated hood. Pretty sure that you're not actually allowed to have one that you can take off.
Yeah.
The theory being that if you don't have a hood, it might, or if you have a removable hood, it might blow away. And if you've got to the stage where you need to put a waterproof jacket on and you need to put your hood up, there's a good chance it's getting to the point of like life, death, rescue kind of thing. So having water dribbling down your neck because you haven't got a hood, and then you get cold, it's just ridiculous. Just put your hood up. And yes, you can't like hear the traffic as well. If you put your helmet over the top or you put the hood over your helmet,
Right.
Like either way, when you're riding, it is a bit restrictive. It's not great, but it's much less restrictive than hypothermia.
Yeah.
I mean, not to be catastrophising and
Is the
dramatic
running
or
thing,
anything.
I always kind of assume that was to do if it's gone wrong, because it's part of your kit for when you bust your ankles, or something.
Well, so there's two things. It's when it's gone wrong for you and you've injured yourself, or when you come across someone else that it's gone wrong for and you need to be able to look after them and you're going to get cold really quick. Or maybe they haven't got what they need and you need to donate it to them, whatever. So it's like a bit of a mountain craft thing.
Yeah.
So this thing of like riding light, not having a hood, not having a backpack full of stuff, for me, kind of translates over to mountain biking. If you're going to go somewhere where you couldn't walk off the hill in probably 15 minutes, I reckon you should have stuff with you. Because that's all it takes to get cold. And you can get cold on a hot day because your body is 37 degrees or whatever, and it's not usually that outside.
But bringing it back to mountain bikes, I think I have two jackets that I wear a lot of. It's the one that's just been reviewed, which is a full-on waterproof jacket with a hood and a full zip. The other one I wear a lot is a half zip, pull-on shell without it's got a detachable hood, and that's removed, and that's what I use for 2 weeks, summer, whatever it is, or just so when it looks like it's warm.
Yeah, and you might need it, but you hope not to.
Well, it's something you set off in because I'm not quite warm yet, and then you can stuff it in a pocket, and that's. But instead of an actual jacket, they should have hoods. And if you can live without a hood, I dare say you might be a fair weather rider.
Now who's being disparaging? But that's my thing is, even if you are a fair weather rider, even in fair weather, if things go wrong, things can go much more rapidly wrong if you're not properly prepared. So so then instead of having to carry a jacket that's got a hood on it, you need to have a jacket and a hat, and that takes up even more space. You might as well just have a jacket with a hood.
Yeah.
Be done with it. And yes, there's a whole world of like hoods that are well designed and hoods that aren't well designed. And you can maybe choose whether you want one that goes over your helmet or one that goes under. And like if you're night riding with a light on the top, you definitely want one that's going to fit underneath your helmet, because you're not going to be able to put it over the top of your light, or you won't be able to see. That kind of thing.
Well,
but
if it fits over a helmet, it would fit under a helmet, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You had to. So I would always get one that fits over a helmet, definitely, because you don't want to take your helmet on and off. Not purely for safety reasons. It's just horrible putting a helmet back on.
When the shower comes in and then you get
And as I just said, one of the better things about a proper mountain bike design jacket actually is a helmet-friendly, capable hood.
One that stays on. It's got some adjustments so that you can pull it so that it stays in place.
Yeah.
It doesn't scratch your chin.
But also not too obscuring of noise of what's going on, either on the traffic sensor, just so you can hear what your bike's doing, or you can hear your mate behind you telling you to
screaming,
gone or something. Yeah. Because the fabric's kind of here, it's not like it's there, so there's a lot you can hear a bit more when it's a properly designed helmet.
So, yes, we eschew the helmetless jackets.
Very fair debate here.
So that's because there is no debate.
That's true.
Yes. Anyway, join us next time for Reasoned Debate.
Unreasonable demands.
Bye.